The Power Lunch Club is continuing to evolve. It's now moving around different venues in Edinburgh and increasingly around the country as well, with regular meetings in Glasgow.
When we changed over to being more of a business club, our values had to change, our environment had to change as well. So we've moved into kind of corporate environments, and today we're in the offices of HSBC Bank, which gives us a real business feel, a real kind of concept of business and men and women kind of working and meeting together to get things done.
This meeting was sponsored by HSBC, in part because the bank's reaching out to the small business community in Scotland.
The members that are here and are part of this club, we would look to them to say and approach HSBC and ask us, we have an event we'd like you to host or like to use your facilities for, would that be possible? Certainly we're always out there and able to provide that, and by us doing that obviously it'll help us create and deepen any relationships with either customers that we already have or potential new customers.
Now I should say at the start that when I started this business, I never ever imagined, never for 1 minute, that I'd be moving on from recycling used print cartridges to iPhones on a very large, in fact a global scale.
The guest speaker has an unusual history. Successful businessman who once spent time in prison, a capitalist who sets out to employ the disadvantaged. So did the knocks in his life influence his business philosophy?
You know, what happens in your life, especially early life, shapes how you handle things in the future. And I've had my fair share of things to deal with, so yes, it has an impact, and I've tried to blend in some of my experiences into my business to try and make it that bit different.
You've made a point of employing people who are, shall we say, less socially advantaged. Why?
Why not? I think that's the question. I think society looks at people who've had challenges in life, whether it's mental health, you know, they've been in care homes or they've been in prison, and they think, well, you know, prejudice is all around us and we need to change that. We are a commercial business. We do set out with the end in mind. Part of our plan is to help others if we can, but at the end of the day there is only one bottom line.
Do you feel you've been, in some respects, lucky in the sense that you almost caught to the wave of the renew, recycle philosophy which we're all adopting nowadays?
I think I'm not a great believer in luck. I always, even 12 years ago, I'll take a little bit of credit for thinking, you know, that's where things were going, and we did have a look at that very carefully. Yeah, of course, lucky in the fact that society now has embraced recycling, the environment. You know, whether things are improving. Business in general still has a way to go, but yeah, there's a big improvement. Yeah, of course there's an element of luck.
So what, in a sense, was the message that you were trying to get across to this group today?
Think differently. Keep your eye on your cash. Cash is very important. If you have to borrow, borrow, but please make sure you've got a robust plan for how you're going to use it. When you look at employing people, please don't apply prejudice. Have a wide circle of people to look at. And if someone has had difficulties in their past, yeah, sometimes it can be challenging, but you'll end up with a very loyal member of your team, and you'll be doing that little bit extra to help someone that needs help.
Future speakers include millionaire restaurateur Sharon Gill and Roots Shoots Fruits founder David Yeoman.